And we're live. Welcome back to the BS show. And this is the only spot. What do you have? Do you have any food hidden inside your beard there, Netflix?
I just put it away. I had some jerk chicken nachos, man. Those were so good.
Yeah, you ate it already, didn't you?
Yeah, I ate them
You
already.
didn't save anything for everybody else here.
Nope. 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 Nope.
So how are you doing today?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. The weather's nice outside. Pretty good stuff happening in the community. Pretty hyped up from that live stream yesterday, to be honest with you. If you guys haven't watched it, make sure to go back and watch it because that honestly was an epic live show. That was an awesome live show, man.
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna kick this off. Just so you guys know, there's a little bit of a change on the format. We do appreciate donations. We do appreciate super chats. We do appreciate when everybody comes in as a new member. And if we do any giveaways or anything like that, we're gonna put it at the end of the show, and we'll give all the shout outs and everything at the very end of the show. So make sure you guys do stay tuned. We're not trying to ignore you guys. We're just trying to make sure it's what Next Level says: respect everybody's time and keep a flow going. So if you guys don't know me, I am Rojas from Rojas Reviews. I don't know. I guess you call me a YouTube whore. I'm all over the place.
Oh yeah, well, we're definitely all over the place, man. You'll find us in all those different social media groups. We are live streaming today in 2 Facebook groups, as well as my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. So no matter where you are, however you find us, thank you for joining the stream today. Fridays, we do a little bit lighter of a stream where we just kind of throw out a topic. We talk back and forth about it, and then we call it a day. We don't want to go on for 2-3 hours because everybody wants to enjoy the rest of their Friday evening. It's why we do it a little bit early, and it's also a way for us to connect with some of the people across the pond because 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here with me is 5 o'clock with them. Doing it at 8 o'clock at night means that they have to watch it after the fact. And we try to make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to be a part of these communities on wherever you're watching from. I was going to say YouTube, but that doesn't matter anymore.
No, it doesn't matter where you're watching it. So we see the title. Why doesn't my device play Netflix in HD? The hidden truths about Netflix certifications. So we actually got a good question. We're going to kick off this show. Make sure you guys do answer the question wherever you're watching this from. In the comment section, in the live chat, wherever you're at, go ahead and drop in the answer what you think. How many Netflix subscribers in the US did they have in 2019?
Last year,
how many subscribers did they have reported in 2019? It's pretty interesting because they're a juggernaut. If you guys know, Blockbuster back in the day was huge. Remember that feeling that you would go
Friday nights.
Yeah, I remember there was always a specific day. Mine was Thursdays. Yours was Friday nights.
Mm-hmm.
You would go and you would rent your DVD, VHS, whatever it was, and you usually get a couple because everybody wants to watch something different. And you'd go look at the snacks, get the popcorn, get the soda, the ice cream, whatever they had, and then off you go. And then typically you'd probably be like, hopefully I'm not late in returning my disc or DVD or late charge. So Blockbuster was such a huge thing, and then Netflix came out, and it was crazy how bad Blockbuster suffered. And I know they tried doing their whole Blockbuster DVD rental boxes like how Redbox had, but it didn't last too long. But it was very interesting to see that whole transition and how Netflix came about. They're doing the whole mail-in thing. How many connections? How many? So everybody had different plans. How many? Well, for one, did you have a Netflix account back in the day? And if you did Next Level, how many DVDs were you able to rent out at one time?
For Netflix or for Blockbuster?
Netflix.
I've never paid for Netflix myself. I've always either somebody had it, a family or friend, and we just shared an account. I've never personally had an account on my own. So Yeah.
I would say the plan that I had was 5 DVDs. I would have 5 DVDs. I have two sisters, myself, and then my mom. So there's four of us, and everybody wanted something different. So I went ahead and forked up a subscription, and I had 5 of them because I like to have 2 movies at the same time.
Hmm.
As soon as I'm done with one, I would ship the other one, then I would save the other one for the next day, and so I kind of did that thing. Um, and some of the people, so
Yeah.
Rick's saying here 10 million from last year. Thomas says very huge.
Huge.
So Netflix had in the US 69.97 million
Million.
subscribers.
Paul was actually pretty close in the Facebook group there. He had 75 million.
So that's pretty good. It is a lot of people. I know when Disney left and they pulled their stuff, and several people actually pulled their stuff. They lost. It says here that Netflix lost 126,000 subscribers in the U.S. in the second quarter of 2019. Now, if you guys don't know what quarters are, usually there's 4 quarters in a year. You go from January to March, April to June, July to September, October to December. So in the second quarter of last year, they lost 126,000 people. And I think that's when Disney Plus was announcing a lot of their stuff, and they're pulling stuff already from Netflix.
Yep.
And some of it all of a sudden appeared in Hulu, which Disney owns, right? They own
You
Hulu,
know,
ESPN, National Geographic. They own everything.
Fox, everything, whatever. They own everything.
They own everything.
But compared to what 69 million subscribers, losing 100,000 it sounds bad, but it's like a drop in the bucket. That first, what was it? The first week when Disney Plus came out, they did not expect to get, what was it, 10 million subscribers in the first week?
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. Netflix has been around for how long? And they're sitting in one of the most densely populated streaming countries in the world, the US, at 69 million subscribers. And Disney shows up, and within a week, they get a sixth of that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it doesn't impact Netflix to the same kind of magnitude, which I found very interesting, right? It's not 10 million people left Netflix and they went to Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Now, for you guys who don't know what Blockbuster is, back in the day, Blockbuster was your store. Like it was just a
Rental.
VHS store, rental store, DVDs, whatever it was.
Games.
They also had video games too.
Mm-hmm.
And you would go and you would rent out your movies, your shows, whatever it was that they had, you would go rent it out. But it was very cool to here in the United States. I don't know. I think Canada had Blockbuster too, right?
Yeah, we have Blockbuster. Yeah.
I don't know what they had in the UK, but it's just a rental place that they would have, and it was
huge. It was crazy big, and it was like overnight they kind of just disappeared.
Yeah, it was crazy. Jen says, "Be kind, rewind."
Genius.
I remember that. And I do remember they said if you did rewind it, they would give you like an extra day or something like that. I remember they always used to give you a little perk. But it was pretty cool what they had back in the day. So the question now is, why doesn't my device play Netflix? I know we talked about with the last show that we had with Buzz. Question was, how come we can't use Netflix on our device? So it was very interesting to say, why can I not have Netflix on my device? Why does it play SD? And I know with cell phones play SD, but it looks really, really freaking good. But that's because your screen's really, really small. You don't have to worry about pixels.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're going to show you guys here where Netflix is actually certified. Now, this is very, very interesting. You got Apple TV, Chromecast, your Nvidia Shield, Fire TV, and Roku. This is for your streaming devices. Now, for smart TVs, you got Fire TV, Hisense, Panasonic, LG, Philips, Roku TV, Sanyo, Samsung, Sharp, Sony, and Vizio. Now, if I am moving too fast, I do apologize. You might have to Pause this if you need to. If you're just trying to look, does my TV fit this? Gaming consoles: Nintendo 3DS, PS Vita, PS4, PS3, the Wii U, Xbox 360, Xbox One. Set top boxes. Now I'm not going to read all of them, but Atlantic Broadband, Blue Ridge. Well, I guess I'll read all of them. Cable Xfinity, Grand Communications, GCI, Dish, Cox, Mid Continent Communications, RCN, Sudden Link TV, TiVo, Wow, Wave, and Vodafone. Then you got your Blu-ray players: Funier, LG, Panasonic, Magnavox, Philips, Samsung, Sony, Sharp, Toshiba. You got your smartphones and tablets. Look how, again, it's a short list because these guys are the big juggernauts anyway. Android, Apple, and Windows. And then you got your PC laptops, which there's none. Now, what does this mean? Because I know some of us say, well, if I get Android TV, that means I'm good. But you're not good.
So, just on that streaming page that you had up there, I wanted to point out that even though there's some devices that are Google certified, like the Mi boxes, were they also on that list? No, right?
Nope.
So does it mean that if I get an Android device that is Google certified, that it's also going to be certified for services like Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, and all that kind of stuff? No, it doesn't. So on the stream yesterday, if you guys tuned in when we talked to Justin from Buzz TV, he made a very, very good point. And that's when I said, you know what, I'm going to have to do a small little video. We'll do a light video and we'll touch on this. But he said that Netflix has their own certifications when it comes to what devices they want their platform to be used on. And he also said that it's more so what can you do for Netflix, not what Netflix can do for you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And it's, when you think about that, it's very interesting when you see that. It's like, okay, here comes the Nvidia Shield, and there's a huge Netflix button on the remote. So now people think like, oh, why do I have to have this Netflix button in the remote? It's like, you got to think about it. They want that 4K quality because the Nvidia Shield wants to be with the exclusive streaming devices. And there's people that still pay for Netflix. You know, when people say, well, I'll just get RD and then I'll be able to stream whatever I want. There's some people that are just very, very hardcore fans with they don't want to have any sorts of buffering. They don't want to have any issues. And it's just very, very interesting. Now, I think Next Level just froze here. He's in shock. But yep, you are definitely frozen, Next Level. So go ahead and you might have to bounce out and bounce back in. And yeah, there you go. Be right back. 1 second. He's back. He froze. But when you think about this, when you think about this, see, that's because he's using 480p dial-up. Make sure you guys do hit the thumbs up. Let's show Next Level some support here, guys. But think about this. There's people that will buy Disney Plus because they are hardcore fans of Disney Plus, and they do not want to experience any kind of buffering. Now, I'll tell you this. Do I have Disney Plus? I sure do. Do I love it? I sure do. Even if I have RD, TV Zion, Zion Club, it doesn't even matter. When I watch something with Zion, RD, whatever, comparison to Disney Plus, there's just that it's just different. I know a lot of people don't have 8K TVs. A lot of people they're pushing the 4K upscaling, but you know, then you got to ask yourself a question. If I buy a TV I bought it like 4 years ago. A TV that is 4K. Again, 4K. Does this mean if I spend $400-$500, is this really 4K? It's almost like with the Blu-ray stuff when the Blu-ray came out, so how much money do you really have to spend to know that you're getting a legit? Because I know it comes down to pixels. Netflix, you could get Netflix on your phone that looks amazing. It's not 4K, it's SD. So think about this one, guys. When you're looking at here, I when it comes to streaming media players, you see the Roku, the Fire TV, Apple TV, Chromecast, and Nvidia Shield. And then you look at all these other devices. There's so many streaming devices out there. I guess, like, if you're watching this, who here actually uses Netflix, or who do you know? And if you don't use Netflix, if you use Netflix, go ahead and press 1. If you know somebody that uses Netflix, press 2. I could press 2 for several people that I know that uses Netflix. What about you, Next Level?
Yeah, for sure. But you know what the funny thing is? Everybody I ask, I say, do you pay for Netflix? Everybody I ask always says I use somebody else's. I'm still looking for that person that everybody else is using their account.
Yeah, can I borrow it? Definitely. So it's very interesting. Like when you see this with Netflix now, when you see things with Netflix, when you have Android TV certification, you automatically get Amazon Prime 4K. You will get the Disney Plus with the best quality, because a lot of this stuff is already in the Google Play Store. They don't want to have all these different extra hoops. So when you see them say, okay, cool, now that you have Android TV certification, now you have to go through our certification. And it's exactly what our last show with Justin from Buzz TV said. Like, we're working with the certification with Android TV, and we have a version of Android TV, but we're trying to get the full certification. I'm guessing they might keep their launcher. They might be very unique still, but they will not have Netflix, because again, it's what does you, and you call it what it is. Cool, Buzz TV, TiVo, you just call them all out. Like, it's like, what is it that you're going to do for us as a subscription company? Are you going to be able to gather? And it could be something very simple. Like, a lot of people are annoyed of the Nvidia Shield giant Netflix button, but because the Nvidia Shield is considered top of the line, and they are one of the best of the best streaming devices, the biggest juggernaut out there, especially because it has the Nvidia Shield name because of their graphics cards. They could say, sure, we'll throw a Netflix button so that way we can get the 4K stuff. And people are more now intrigued to say, like, cool, I got the Netflix button here, I might as well just try out the subscription. Or Shield could say, like, hey, you get 7 days free of Netflix if you buy the Shield. That drives traffic.
Well, it could also be another double-edged sword. It's like, well, how many devices do you guys sell annually? Does it make sense for us to put our platform onto your devices if you're not making the sales as well, right? And when you're talking Netflix, you're talking millions of sales. You're not talking tens, hundreds, thousands. I mean, they have 69 million customers just in the US alone, right? So if you're coming to them, you got to come with a proposal to be like, I can get you so many more million customers, or I can help you with so many more million of your own customers, right? They can also access it on this platform that I have. And then, I mean, it's kind of like that old cliche when you're applying for a job and they're like, well, you don't have enough experience, but you can't get enough experience because you can't get the job, right? It's like, I could sell 1 million devices, but I need Netflix to do it.
Exactly. So, some people say, and I'm just reading through the comments here, I won't pay for Netflix when I could just use a different app and still get the same stuff. Now, that's true to an extent. Can anyone name a show, or I should call it a movie? There's a movie that Netflix came out that you can't get this to work anywhere else unless you have Netflix. That it's kind of like you watch the movie and then it gets to a certain point and then you have to choose an option. Do you want to go this way or do you want to go that way? You choose the option and then the movie continues. And then it gets to another point and then you got to choose this way or you got to choose that way.
Choose your own adventure movie.
It is. It's I remember that they had these books that I used to read. I don't know if they still have them now, but there were these really cool books. You would start maybe for 3 pages and then you would come to a crossroad. Once you're done and you get to the crossroad, you choose it and it says turn a page this.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix did something very, very similar. And it was choose your own adventure. And I forget how many possibilities it was to end the movie, but it was very interactive. And I remember I'm just like, you know what? I want to watch this movie. Somebody told me like, dude, you got to watch this movie. This is great. So I tried watching it and I'm just like, it got to that point and then I'm just like, what am I going to choose? And then it automatically chose it for me. I'm just like, wait, I want to choose it. So if you know what movie I'm talking about, go ahead and put it there. I'll let you guys think about that one. But it was a very. I had to borrow a Netflix account to get in there and watch it, and that experience was very cool. I think I watched it like 4 or 5 times, and I tried to choose something different every time. And I was just like, "This is pretty neat." There we go. Somebody already mentioned it. Black Mirror. Now, I don't want to ruin it. If nobody's seen it, I don't want to ruin it. But Black Mirror, it was great. Now, Netflix could do, like, if you think about it, this could, if they do something like this could actually get them to that exclusive level where you cannot watch this anywhere else but Netflix.
But it also comes down to what kind of content the end user wants to watch as well. Not everybody wants to sit there and hold the remote the whole time and pick a certain choose your own adventure when it comes to whatever, right? I mean, not for everything. If it was for the one-off movie, I guess, if it was worth it, then for sure. I just want to keep in mind, I see a lot of the comments in the chat. We're not trying to debate if you should have Netflix or not. What I think the conversation is more geared towards is, why isn't Netflix allowed on all the different devices, right? Because I guess it's personal opinion, but I've noticed a lot of the devices that come Netflix certified have a certain level of quality to them. They do, right? I've noticed, obviously, with things that are Netflix certified, you also have certifications for other things, not just streaming platforms like Dolby Atmos sound. Some devices are released and say that they are compatible with Dolby Atmos, but once you try to pair them with one of these services, they fail, right? So having something like this or a company like this to set a certain level of standard when it comes to Android boxes, streaming devices, TVs, whatever it may be, ups that bar of quality of tech that the end user gets in their hand and in their home. And who knows, maybe even in their car.
Yeah.
So I think that's really the conversation about it.
And it's true because it's funny. We had a couple comments that we read in the past that people say like, but does this device play Netflix? And then I ask, do you have Netflix? And they're like, no, it doesn't matter. Does it play Netflix or not? But it's, again, if you don't have Netflix, why do you care? And they say, well, it depends because there's certain certifications that I want. There's certain things that I know if I get Netflix, that it's compatible with Netflix, like you said. Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision. There's certain codecs that you'll be able to get. And there's certain codecs that they throw on there that are just not compatible with the Netflix. And that's because Netflix has a certain standard of stuff that gets put into those devices. So it's very interesting when you see that. I know when we look at the Nvidia Shield, They have everything that you need, but they have the money to back it up because of the chip. Oh, actually, not the chip, the graphics card.
Yeah, it's from their other platforms that they're pulling from, right? They have the funding needed to invest into research development and the products and everything else like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, Steven here says there's another movie called Return to Haunted that also has interactive feature on the Blu-ray. Now, I have seen those. I've actually seen several Blu-ray movies that have that interaction. Several Blu-ray movies, not just the one. But I think with the Black Mirror, I think Netflix was the first one to do something when it came to streaming. And I know when you said, like, you know, does somebody want to hold that remote to choose the options? Maybe not, but maybe yes. It could be like, hey, we have, think of the genre. Think about the type of comedies, the type of superheroes, the type of drama, mystery. Just think about all the different possibilities that they can do, and it could be a whole different, it's like a whole different movie genre that you could see. You could watch it over and over and over again, and they could really capture you in. Because I'm telling you, when you watch Black Mirror, try, if you haven't seen Black Mirror, I'm gonna have everybody check it out. See if you guys
It's
get
your
home
homework for the day.
for the day. What I want you to do is see if you could check out Black Mirror sometime over the weekend, over the month, whenever you get a chance, and then come back to this video and post as a comment on what you think. Maybe don't post exactly what your outcomes were, but just give us a thing of what do you think? What do you think?
Now, I while we were talking about this whole choose your own adventure movie thing, I had a really funny thought that came to my head, and it would be pretty funny if something would happen, and then either the Google Assistant or Amazon Alexa would be like, "Would you like to continue?" And you're like, "Yes" or "No," and you didn't have to hold the remote. But that would be pretty trippy if it would activate an assistant that would trigger a response from yourself, and then you would have to choose which way your content would go.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So when you guys when you pick your devices, I know we always say, is what is the most important thing, or maybe not the most important thing, but what is important for you when you get a device? There's some people that will say the Shield all day, every day, every TV,
Yeah.
every device in my car, whatever, just the Shield. If it's the Shield, it's for me. I don't want to mess with anything else. And that's good. Good for you. If you can do that, you're a big fan of the Shield. Now, for me, I think it varies. It varies for me. My main sit down room, the Shield. For sure. I want the most power, I want the most everything, the highest of the highest. My sit down area is top. My TV is amazing, my surround sounds amazing, so I want everything to be top of the line when I sit down and I try to enjoy stuff. Um Jean or Jeannie said, I love Black Mirror. See? When it comes to the Office, this one, 4K Fire Stick. I know a lot of people will watch the show, or will watch one of the videos, and I want it to be in the background because it's something that is very relatable to a lot of people, and they're very used to that look, right? Now, if you go to my family room, the first room that you enter in the house, when you come in, family room, got a TV right there. I got the vid stick. And the way I have the vid stick, I have it set up where if you open up one of the apps, it is very easy to find. You go there and you know exactly what the app is. You click on it and everything is there. Everything is very simple. The interface of Buzz TV is very simple to look at.
Very user friendly and clean.
Very user friendly. Now, I am working in the garage, and I'm working into having One side of the garage is going to be a workstation where I have all the stuff to clean the cars, all my tools for the car, for, to fix the engine and stuff like that. And then towards the back on the same wall, I have all the garden stuff to work on the backyard. On the opposite side, all gym stuff, all gym related stuff. And I'm going to be putting a TV right there. And I am very unsure.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah, I'm very unsure of what I want in that room. I'm very tempted of putting the Fire Cube. And that's because the Alexa feature.
The hands-free Alexa feature.
Hands-free.
Yeah.
Because I could talk to her and I could say, hey, because I know there's apps that you could put on the Fire device, workout apps or music or stuff like that, where I could say, hey, open this, open that, open whatever, play this, play that, and I'm working out or I'm working on my stuff. I could do whatever I want and it's there. I'm going to have speakers all around the garage to make it a whole entertainment center too,
So I did kind of want to mention a little bit about the introduction of when Netflix really came into play. When Netflix first came around, a lot of people don't know or maybe have forgotten that they actually had referral bonuses if you got somebody else to sign up, right? And it was somewhere around $10 for the referral, but it didn't take Netflix a long time to realize that they were growing at such a rapid rate that they didn't need to pay a referral bonus anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And oh man, there was articles that was released maybe about a year and a half ago talking about how Netflix pulled their payment options from certain platforms as well too. So people were able to at one point pay directly through Apple Pay or their Apple App Store or whatever. I'm not sure if you can still do it through Google, but the reason why they pulled it out from these platforms is because Netflix had to pay a certain cut or a certain portion to those platforms in order for them to accept payments for them. So Netflix is like, I don't need you guys to accept my payments. They can go to my website and make the payments through there. They can just download the applications from your platform, but you guys don't need to take any of my money. And, Netflix has continued to grow, irregardless of, I guess, making it slightly more difficult to get access to their applications, get access to paying for their service. See, Octavia says she remembers the referral, probably. Yeah. But it's just, I guess when you have something that works as well as it does, people are going to buy it, right? You have to understand there's a lot more people outside of the streaming community using services like Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, all those kind of good things, then there are people in the streaming community using things like Real-Debrid, all those kind of applications. So
now, what is the thing that you say every time you close out? 2 words. What is it you say?
I say be patient and stay humble.
Patience and humble. And from when I look at Netflix and I saw that they were patient for sure when they're like, do the referrals, do this, do that. We're going to let it grow and do this and do that. And then as soon as all that money came in, that humble went away. It's like, nope. Like you said, they took away the pay. Like, you come to me and pay. We don't want to cut anybody. You want Netflix on your streaming devices. You want that good, whatever it is, the codex, our codex or whatever. Cool. Guess what? You got it. You can get Android TV certification all you want. Good for you. What are you going to do for me? So for me, it's kind of like you look at Disney and how big of a juggernaut it is. And they didn't say like, oh, you have to put the Disney Plus button on your remotes. Now, just curious as we continue talking, if you're watching this later, if you're watching this live, put this next comment. List every single app that you use. Every single app that you're using. I'll list mine right now. I use Zion, with the club, Plex. I use YouTube. I have a TV Mate with my own service, and Disney Plus, and of course, good old Jody. Those are the 6 that I use every day, and I'm on there all the time. What about you, Next Level?
To be honest, I'm pretty limited on the amount of applications. Are we just talking about streaming, right? So I use TV Zion, I use Cinema HD, and those are I use my TV service, but those are really the only 2 that I really use just for that.
What about YouTube? You stream YouTube, don't you?
Yeah, I use my smart YouTube player. So I use those applications. I use TV Mate. VLC, I'll use VLC for my player, or UMC. Those are the 2 that I usually switch back and forth between depending on the device that I'm using. Personally, I don't watch a whole lot of anime, but if I do, then I have, Fire Anime or Crunchyroll. But I could probably get by with just having 5 or 6 applications installed on my device.
Mm-hmm. I got 6, and it's when the first one that I always open is TV Mate to see what's going on there today. What's the craziness happening out there?
Mm-hmm.
And once I get my good 30 seconds, because I can't stand all the bad news all the time.
Yeah.
I will flip it over to something else. I will probably check out Zion first. If I know there's something in a Plex that I want to check out, I'll go to Plex. It's usually either Plex or Zion, one of the 2. I still use Jody, and there is an add-on, a private add-on that works amazing, and so I'll go on there and check it out. And then if I'm just in a mood, I'll do this. I'll open up Plex, I'll open up Jody, or I'll open up Zion. And this is actually what happened last weekend. The movie Maleficent came up, and I was like, ooh. I closed everything down, opened up Disney Plus. Closed everything down, and I'm like, give me Disney Plus. I will open that up because I know they're gonna have the top of everything. All the codecs, all the transitions, everything's just gonna be top of the line. So I'll throw in Disney Plus, and I play Maleficent, as I don't want to have any issues whatsoever. Not that you'll have issues with Plex, because Plex is amazing. Same with Zion, and there's so many other platforms that have amazing. But I will throw in Disney Plus. After that, I'm like, let's go watch Maleficent 2. I stayed on Disney Plus. So several people here are saying Judy.
Judy.
If you're what apps? Put in the chat what apps are you using. So put in the chat what apps do you use? All of them. List all of them out in one comment.
You see, when I usually say be humble and stay patient, I think Rojas and I are a really good example of why you should be. Because what kind of streamer Rojas is not the same kind of streamer that I am. And I don't use those services, nor do I have the same kind of expectations in regards to quality that Rojas might, right? As long as it looks clean to me, I'm not counting pixels.
I am.
Right? But Rojas is. And that's what I mean by stay humble and be patient, because not everybody has the same expectations as you do, right? So when you're trying to troubleshoot with people in the community and you're trying to help people understand what they're looking for, and how do you help them get what they want from their streaming experience.
Yeah. And I think I know with me how I know there's like you said, everybody's a different type of streamer.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has different types of, I don't want to say levels of expectations. It's more of a preference of what preferences each individual has. And I know with me, I think both of us do wear glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. We both wear glasses, yet I count pixels and he doesn't. And sometimes it comes to the quality of what you're spending on TVs. or streaming devices. Sometimes it comes down to that, and you could tell the difference. Sometimes it comes down to just how your eyes are transmitting something.
But another big factor on that, Rojas, is understanding your limitations when it comes to an streaming experience, right? For example, my internet here is only 100 megabytes a second. So am I going to try to stream every 4K movie file while my son's playing Xbox or doing something else, right? If I know I'm going to get a consistent good experience by streaming a mediocre 4K file versus the top of the line, then I know the expectations and the limitations of my streaming experiences through my technology, my internet, my devices, all that kind of good stuff as well, right? If I was to able to upgrade to the best of the best for the internet, and I had, the 1.5 gigabyte a second, and I had everything that was top of the line, and it was good enough to share with all of the devices in my house and not have to think 2 seconds, is somebody downloading an update on Xbox or PlayStation, and I could just click and play, then maybe I would have a different experience. Maybe I would have a different set of expectations for my streaming experience, right?
Right. Yeah. And just coming through here, just real quick, what is it? Like, what is the shortest, fastest definition answer next level with somebody says, what is Plex?
Plex is a private server that is usually run by an individual that gives you access to their private content. It's usually whatever they pick and choose that is put up there. It can be anything from TV shows, movies, music, audiobooks, podcasts, pictures, whatever they choose to put onto that private server, they can allow other people to get access to outside of their home network. Some people run Plex on, their home servers, like their home computers. Some people use NAS, network attached storage devices. Some people even host the stuff on third-party hosting websites like seed boxes and whatnot. So it is a media library, and it depends on how it's hosted and who they give access to.
So that was a short version. I would hate to hear the long version.
I'm horrible, I know.
It's all right. No, that was good. It was good. It was real good. So just going through here, through some of the stuff that people use, I got Gaia, TV Zion, TV Mate, Plex, Jody, Filio, saw YouTube, Zion Club, Cinema HD, Theater Plus, TV Mate. There, what else? Netflix. See, somebody does use Netflix. Meet Player, iMeet Player, Smart Tube, Saren. There's so many options here. There's just so many options here. So everybody does stuff here now. Now here's the thing. It's also Prime Video. Oh, I forgot to say Prime Video. I got Prime Video obviously because I got Amazon Prime. it's a given. But when you think about this, it's I know there's a comment earlier, I lost it, but that it said, I just have one good one. I just use one. Just find one really good one, and that's it. But when you start mixing your live streaming service to your, I guess, I don't know if you want to call it VOD, for watching your movies and TV shows, but it's kind of like you have to have two separate ones. You could have one, if you have like a killer Plex that does everything all in one, or an MB, or I know YouTube has their live, and then you could watch some of their replay stuff, but
yeah,
there's not one service
that has everything.
There's not one. I don't care whose Plex it is. I don't care whose Zion Club it is. I don't care what it is. There's not one thing out there that has absolutely everything. So you're going to have to switch. You're going to have to go from one to the next. So it can be frustrating sometimes.
The other thing is that we're living in the age of social media. And as soon as these shows and these movies come out, there are spoilers everywhere. And you have to think, a lot of us in North America are very privileged to get first access to a lot of this content. But even Disney Plus, when it came out, it took months for that platform to be accessible in certain countries, right? So you have a lot of people outside of North America that wanted to watch certain content when it came out, but didn't have access to through the official platforms, right? At the same time, they have to pick and choose their battles when they join on social media, so they don't get the spoilers because they do want to watch that content as well. So,
Now, yeah. Now here, I'm just reading one of the comments. It says only way you could have everything is with great quality is either through Envy or Plex. Even then, when you look at the amount of content that's out there, I know Next Level and I have talked about the NOS, and you could have like the B-Link NOS, 32 terabytes worth of stuff. But if you put every single TV show in there, you know, like, and I'm not talking about new stuff. I'm talking about everything. You know, we're talking about old school stuff, new school stuff. Just the TV shows alone will fill up those 32 terabytes.
For sure.
Easy. You would have to need more than that.
I mean, if you look at a lot of the new releases that, you know, these services are putting out, like especially Apple, I find the Apple original stuff that's coming out right now in 4K, their TV shows alone are 10 gigs in size just for a TV show. And the quality is amazing, but it takes a lot of space up. So,
but the cool thing is because a lot of us are very, what is it? We're very exclusive and picky with what we want. There's a lot of people that do like here's a comment says, so you're saying Disney Plus is good. For me, Disney Plus is amazing. I love it. I love everything about Disney Plus. Now, there's some people that would say I could do without Disney Plus, which is fine. But that's the great thing about all of us as individuals, that we all have our likes. So I could have somebody's Plex that does everything, and I'm like, this has everything I want. But I will tell you this, as jam-packed as somebody's Plex can be, I'll probably say, hey, Next Level, can you please add this movie, or can you please add this TV show? And then a week later, hey, can you please add this other movie, another TV show? We've done it before. And he's got an amazing Plex. But I've also asked you for some stuff that you're just like, what is this?
You're like, can you get this show that's, you know, only aired in Spanish or Portuguese and English? I'm like, no, I can't, Rojas.
And you know what? And the funny thing is I've seen it in Zion Club. If anybody's seen a show called 3%, it's in Portuguese from Brazil, but they and it's a Netflix original. Portuguese.
You know, I did want to talk a little bit about the Netflix originals.
Go ahead.
So I guess it felt like the beginning, but maybe a few minutes ago or half an hour ago, however long ago, we were talking about, you know, they were no longer being humble. But was it that they were no longer being humble, or they were changing their game plan? Netflix has done something that no other streaming platform did first, and that was creating their own contracts for content creators to create content specifically for their platform. So yes,
say that one more time.
Netflix was the first platform that created contracts for content creators that would create content specifically for their own platforms. Correct. Think about that. So were they being less humble, or were they being innovators? Right? Everybody loves Dave Chappelle. I mean, a lot of people love Dave Chappelle. I love Dave Chappelle. Amazing, amazing quality. But they were able to, by making certain financial decisions, walk up to people like Dave Chappelle and say, I'll pay you $60 million for 5 episodes. We don't care what you do, but it's Netflix original, only on Netflix. Yes, of course, on Zion, on Cinema, on Jody, on all the other places. You could access that content. But the only reason you guys can access that content was because Netflix had the money to sign the contract for Dave Chappelle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the first time. People like things like Stranger Things.
Love Stranger Things.
Right?
And now a lot of people are doing it. You got I'm so bummed out about Cobra Kai. I know YouTube had their thing with Cobra Kai, and now they're releasing it for somebody else to do it. And I have a feeling Netflix might do Cobra Kai. I was like, whatever, as long as whoever does it can keep it going and can keep it good. You got Disney Plus with all the Marvel exclusive TV shows. They have a couple Marvel movies exclusive to Disney Plus that will be coming out. There's just like everyone's starting to do these exclusives now, and Netflix did start that ball, which is great. YouTube has, I don't know if you guys know this. Oh yeah, Baby Yoda. Don't forget about Baby Yoda on Disney Plus. The Mandalorian, great show. Mm-hmm. But if you guys don't know this, YouTube is also in the market of grabbing us content creators. You're hearing this right. They could come to Next Level and myself and say, hey, you know what? Can we make a TV show out of you guys? Can we fly you guys out to Santa Monica, California, or Atlanta, Georgia, or Chicago, Illinois, or wherever? Can we fly you guys out there, build a studio for you guys, and make a TV show? Let's do this into a TV show, an actual episode thing. And they've done this with other YouTubers just like this, just like us, and they'll say, we grabbed 10 YouTubers and sent them to the Alps. And they go on this crazy hiking trip. They'll grab a couple celebrities. I know they had like a big YouTuber, Sniper Wolf was there. Steve-O was a YouTuber before he did his show, the TV show. But he was out there. He adopted this dog. There you go. It was great. And then here's the other thing too. Have you guys heard of The Amazing Race? They did a whole series of Amazing Race, and every single contestant were YouTubers.
Right.
I was glued to it. I was just like, I know them. I've talked to them before. I've emailed them. I'm like, dude, I know some of these guys.
Right.
And it's crazy because when that show aired and I saw it, I got a hold of all the people that I knew that were on the show. And I said, why didn't you tell me you're on the show? I would have loved to have been on the show. And they're just like, we couldn't say anything, obviously. I was like, dang it. I've been approached by shows like The Amazing Race. Actually, there's a game show called Let's Make a Deal. I've been approached by them. I think Wayne Brady is the host to come in as a contestant. I was like, no freaking way. So they do reach out. They grab some of us and they throw us in there.
So I do see a comment in the chat saying they are, but they don't support the creators or give them the creative freedom. I think that's a direct thing to Netflix, right? But you get exposure. You get a different platform that you could never dream of getting onto, especially starting off at a certain level. Like even from us at this point, if we could ever get to a show or be on a platform like that, that is an experience that is unparalleled than anything else. Once you get to a certain point, and I'm going to use Dave Chappelle as a prime example, his contract literally said he could do whatever he wanted. Mm-hmm. Right? If you want to say they told him he had to be family friendly, you go back and you watch those specials and tell me if they were family friendly. Yeah. He had some racy stuff, and Netflix said, okay, you're Dave Chappelle. If you watch Dave Chappelle's stuff in places where you're typically not allowed to smoke, Dave Chappelle is on the stage doing what? Dave Chappelle is on the stage doing and being Dave Chappelle. So yeah, certain sacrifices need to be made until you get to a certain point. But once you get there, you do you, boo-boo.
For real. I'll say, like, who's that Dave dude? Just look it up, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
You will crack up beyond belief. It is nuts. It is very nuts on some of the stuff that comes up. Um,
So that was a really, really quick video on regards to some of the topics we had on our mind about, Netflix. Hate them or love them, they have contributed a lot of interesting things to the streaming community. And without them being around, them being as creative and as innovative as they have been, and even at some points limiting what they do on certain platforms and certain places, they wouldn't have been able to give us access or to create access to certain things. So whatever you do, you hate them or you love them, they have been essential to a certain evolution of quality and content that has come to us as end users, for sure. We're getting at the 55-minute mark of this live show. The live shows on Fridays, we try to keep them nice and light. Didn't really want to go over an hour, but as promised yesterday, I will do a couple giveaways. I'm not gonna, do numbers. I'm not gonna do all that kind of stuff right now. I actually reached out. Who was it? Oh man, somebody. I think it was Pickpocket. Actually messaged me 2 weeks ago, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm looking to get some of those premiumized codes. Do you still have them?" And I actually ran out, so I reached back out to premiumize, and I got some more codes. And they were nice enough to give me even more codes than they gave me the last time, because you guys have been awesome. You guys have been trying out their services and they've been happy with that. So I'm going to throw out a couple codes, and the codes are going to go like this. I'm going to try to put them in the Telegram group, and I'm going to put some in the YouTube channel. So if you want to make sure that you have access, make sure that you're following as many places as you can. The codes are first come, first serve. If anybody doesn't know what Premiumize is, it is just Debrid service like Real-Debrid. It is a little bit more expensive than Real-Debrid. If you dive a little bit deeper into Premiumize, it does have a little bit more features than Real-Debrid. Both services are good. You're going to get access to more quality links, more links through your applications like TV Zion and Cinema HD, and all that kind of good stuff. So if you want to claim the codes, you got to go to premiumize.me is the website. And then in your accounts tab, you're going to have an option that says redeem voucher, and you're just going to copy and paste the voucher right in there to claim it.
Easy, easy, easy. Now, if anybody's wondering, because I know we showed the devices earlier, they're like, wait, what devices is Netflix compatible? If you are interested, all you got to do is go to devices.netflix.com. That is the link, and you could see all the devices that it is compatible. Now, we're not trying to say everybody go run over there to Netflix and get yourself an account. People are, a lot of people are interested is, if I buy this device, will Netflix be compatible or not? So, and most of the time they don't even have Netflix. They're using somebody else's Netflix. So if you guys don't have Premiumize, make sure you guys do get that Premiumize. You guys could sign up, and then you guys could use those codes and drop them in. But yeah, and we got some good stuff coming, guys. There is the first code that he just dropped right there. How long is the voucher for? 3 months or 6 months?
Oh, really? Really, Rojas? This is for a free week of the service, so you can really test it out, see if you like it. It's for a week, only a week. I wish I could get you guys longer, but right now, I've been doing this consecutively for 2 months with Premiumize. So who knows, if I get a good response and you guys are really liking the codes that we're giving out, maybe I can talk to them to see if they can do something longer than 7 days. But as of right now, they're giving me 7 days, but they're giving me a lot of codes so that I can give it to a lot of the people in the community. Later on, they may say, we'll do a month code for you, but we'll only give you a very limited amount of codes. So right now, I'm trying to give back to as many people in the community as I can.
There you have it.
All right, so there's 3 that I just dropped in the YouTube chat and the Facebook chat. That you can copy and paste and go over to the premiumize.me website and then redeem the code. I am also going to drop a few more in the Telegram group. So if you guys are members of the Telegram group and you're watching this after the fact and you didn't even know that there was a promotion or a giveaway happening, it's probably because you don't have that notification bell on. So you want to make sure that you have the notification bell on and that you're notified when we're doing our live streams. I mean, we've been doing these live streams consecutively for what feels like a month and a half now. And it's always the same day, almost 2 months now. Same day, same time. Somebody called us the Batman duo earlier.
Yep.
I don't like these duo comments because I usually get the short end of the stick on them, but
he's the girl.
There's no girl in Batman and Robin.
Robin's the girl. One, it's a girl's name, and two, you're the girl.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Anyways, so I'm dropping codes now. I'm not going to say how many, but I'm dropping codes in the Android TV Tips Telegram group. And if I'm nice, I might even drop a couple in Rojas's group. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But that will probably be as soon as the show ends. I'll drop a couple in a couple random places. But you got to be ready because it's first come, first serve. If you try to claim it and it doesn't work, then it means somebody else claimed it. So
yeah, well, no, nice. Heard good things about Premize, but haven't researched it. Gonna have to check it out. And there's some. He says he's too slow to grab it and paste it.
If you're on a mobile device, it's actually a lot easier to copy and paste if you guys are in the Telegram group versus if you're on YouTube.
And everyone's cracking up that you're the girl.
I'm not the girl. I'm not a superhero.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bearded lady.
All right, so it just dropped one in the Telegram group, Android TV Tips. The second one just dropped in the Android TV Tips Telegram group.
Steven just says, awesome. He just got the last one. Uno nice. Make sure you do have that that thing, new members only, right? Whoever wants to grab those. Remember, if you grab the link and you try to redeem it and it doesn't work, that means somebody already redeemed it before you did. Anybody could grab these links. First come, first serve. So he's dropping them in the Android TV Tips.
Yeah.
If you want to drop it in the Rojas Reviews Telegram, you can. He's dropping it off here. They're everywhere. So
that was just 5 codes I dropped in the Telegram group. There was, how many did I do in YouTube? Was it 3?
Yeah, I think 3.
Okay, fine. I'll drop 2 more in YouTube if anybody wants them. If nobody claims them in the chat, it means if you're watching the video later, you might be able to claim it still. But I've only seen one person, that was Steven, that said he got it. Did anybody else say they got it? I don't think so. All right, so I've done 5 on YouTube, 5 in the Android TV Tips Telegram group. No, Rojas, you're not supposed to tell the Android TV Tips group.
I just did.
I know. They're supposed to be like, what are these? What are those?
Come serve.
Okay, so I'm going to take a look at Rojas Reviews on Telegram. Rojas, or if any of the mods want to post that link to that Telegram group, feel free. And I'm going to drop some Premize codes in there. What do you guys think? 3, 4, 5? How many should I drop in there?
Oh, man. 10. Uno nice. If you're in the Telegram group, in the Rojas Reviews Telegram group, he's going to drop a whole bunch. So just grab one in the middle and be ready for it. Mike G is saying Windows 10 keys.
I've done 4. This is the 5th one in Rojas's Reviews group on Telegram.
So grab them while they're there.
Grab them while they're there. Grab them while they're hot, guys. I know I don't give away a lot of devices like Rojas does. Unfortunately, shipping is hella expensive when it comes to Canada. So I like getting these codes because I don't got to pay for shipping. And I can't really afford that. So, hey, just while I'm doing that, I'm dropping a couple more codes in the Telegram groups. I wanted to do a huge shout out to everybody who did a super chat today. Paper Plate did 2 super chats. Man, you always come out. You always give enough love and support. I just want you guys to know, no matter what you guys are going through, take care of yourself and your own. Take care of yourself and your own for sure. Yeah. We come on these platforms because we love being a part of this community. We love this content. We love these conversations. We love having these conversations with everybody, with you guys. I love having these conversations with Rojas. It's never expected to get a donation, to get a super chat, to get a membership, to do all that kind of good stuff. J-Mac was another one who did a donation today. So thank you, brother. Really do appreciate it. I see both of you guys everywhere in the community supporting everybody with however you guys can. So enough love and respect. Everybody that comes out to these live streams that are members are people that are supporting what we do. But not only that, because I always say, if you feel like you've gained something, that you've learned something, or you had a laugh with us, I don't care what it was, we made you think, and you feel the urge to do a super chat or a donation, I strongly recommend that you join the membership first, because that is a way that we can still continue to give back to you. People that are members of the channel get additional access to unreleased videos, content that you won't find anywhere else, all that kind of good stuff.
And shut up and take my money is what he says.
Oh my goodness. Okay, the one. Thank you, brother. Man, the amount of stories that the one and I have behind the scenes, he never has to donate to me, but I have enough love and respect for what he's done for me and what he continues to do behind the scenes. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Awesome. And congrats. Big congrats to everybody. I'm seeing people messaging saying that they got the code. They got the code. So big congrats to everybody's grabbing them. I know people are probably scrambling like, where's the code? If you don't know the Premiumize website, what is it? Premiumize.me or something like that?
That's it. Premiumize.me. If somebody wants to write it in the comments.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, Streaming Wizard? Sorry, man. I've just been doing a bunch of giveaways, and we're just ending the show. But thanks for joining the chat. I see that you're doing a lot of awesome stuff on your channel over there as well. So keep it up, man.
Keep it up. And there's another one here. Awesome.
Another what? Code?
Yeah. No. Super chat.
Where?
How are you blind? Look, I have a chicken wing.
What? Where?
Yeah. See?
No, because my StreamYards, I think my StreamYards is more delayed than usual because it's streaming to 4 different platforms right now. So I just saw Uno Nice. Uno Nice just came up. Respect, man. I think it's probably a sticker because it's not showing me any words and StreamYards is funky. I'm curious as to what sticker it is. No, it's just a super chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate you coming out to these live streams. You always supporting, the community. I see you on a lot of YouTubers' channels. So enough love and respect. Keep doing what you do.
Cool. So pretty much that wraps us up for today. Wanted to be sure we get we're changing. We're playing with the formats with both of our live shows. We're messing with how we're going to be doing this. And what did you just drop? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And good luck trying to copy paste that entire thing. This is the nonsense that I got to deal with, guys. Every day. Come on, next level. Like chat 5 minutes later. Okay, give me 10 minutes, 30 minutes later. Oh man, but we're testing out this new format. We really truly appreciate it. And as you guys know, we're always live Thursdays, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern time on the Rojas Reviews channel. And then Fridays, we are also going live on Next Level's channel, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. And I'm going to drop a sneak peek right now.
Oh, are we doing that?
We are doing a live show next Saturday, 1 week from tomorrow on the Streaming Box Now channel. Next Level and I are going to be having, we're going to do, as you guys know, when I show a product, I hate comparing this product to the next product. So, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be comparing several products. Not gonna say anything about the details on it, but go buy Rojas some Advil for dealing with you.
Hey, that doesn't even cover the shipping of the Advil to Rojas.
Might as well Amazon it. I'm up very early, guys. Very early. But
and I'm awake very late.
Yeah, Next Level's up very late. So we're trying to get on the same wavelength here. That's why he says we're in a relationship. He's got to check with his other woman.
I gotta check with Rojas. I gotta see if I'm free today. Hold on, let me call Rojas.
So, but stay tuned. We'll probably make some more announcements. We're gonna be bringing it up. But what do you think, next level? Should I tell him what we're gonna be discussing, or should we wait till next week to bring it up?
I think as much as we want to tell them what devices we're talking about, I think all they need to know is that typically on the Streaming Box Now channel, you talk about singular devices. Mm-hmm. This device is this, and you're very unbiased. You don't compare it to anything. If they want a comparison from all the devices that is going on that channel, then they need to be there on that live stream. Yeah. I'm not going to say what devices it is, but I think, if they want a comparison, because a lot of people want to compare devices, then they're just going to have to show up to the show.
Yeah, I don't do it. I normally don't do it. And the cool thing that I like about that show, it's 3 episodes for the week. We talk about one device. First episode, I open it up with what do you get? What's installed already? Like first plug-in, and then the specs. Second episode, we talk about all the different features, all the different settings, and how does the quality actually look. And then the third episode, we do this little checklist where we talk about the quality of the box, of how everything's shipped, quality of the remote, quality of the device, the codecs, does it do the 4K, surround sound, and is it right for you or not? So it's going to be really good. This one's going to be very unique because I hate doing these type of videos on any channel. So this is going to be very, very unique, and we'll probably start promoting this next week. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. What do you think?
Again, if you are one of the very few people that did not see that live show yesterday, do yourself a favor. Go check it out. For real. Honestly. Go check it out, because I'm hoping that live show yesterday sets a precedence for some of the content that we are able to bring to the community in the future. So if you're interested into where we're going with all the stuff that we've been doing, we keep teasing that we have a lot of stuff working on the background. A lot of stuff. Like, it's crazy the amount of stuff that we're working on in the background right now. And I hate to keep teasing you guys like this because I'm so excited for when it finally comes out. But all we can do is just tease you guys right now. That's it.
Definitely. Now, make sure when the show is over, wait about 5-10 minutes. It usually takes a minute for YouTube to do its thing. And then come back to the show. And you never know when we do these giveaways. We might say, hey, everybody who came back, we're going to do a giveaway. You never know what's going to happen. But come back within 5-10 minutes and leave us a comment. Let us know, what did you enjoy the most out of the show? What is it that you picked up that was kind of new, that you didn't know about? Even if you're not a Netflix, we talked about so many things with the different devices, with what's compatible with what. People probably didn't know, like, oh, Android TV, that means I get Netflix in 4K. Not true. So there's a lot of things here that we learn just by having these type of discussions. And every time we say, dude, really? I didn't know that. I thought turn the camera on, time to record.
Yeah. So I start talking and I go on with the conversation, and Rojas is like, stop, save it for the show. Mm-hmm. So I see some people here saying, check what out? The live stream from yesterday. Oh man, happy Father's Day for everybody if I don't get to talk to you guys, but thank you again, the one. You don't have to do that, man. I know that you have your 16th kid that you just had, so you really should be using that. But thank you. Enough love and respect, brother.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, everybody. So really quickly, before I forget, there's a few of you that are watching on Facebook. Keep in mind that the YouTube chat is generally where we pay more attention to. We are allowing access to the stream to be restreamed on Facebook at the same time. But if you really want to be a part of the whole experience, you want to join us over on YouTube, right? A lot of people miss out on a lot of notifications from YouTube, So that's why we're broadening the stream a little bit and we're giving access to Facebook. So if you guys are on Facebook, just make sure that you have your notification bell turned on. You make sure you click on it and click on all, because if you have it as anything but all, you're not going to get access to all the giveaways, all the live shows, all the crazy, crazy content that is coming right around the corner. And I mean, right around the corner. It's crunch time. It's crunch time. That's like...
Definitely. All right, so we're gonna sign off before Next Level spills the beans, or drops a chicken wing from his beard, one of the two. But as you guys know me, Rojas from Rojas Reviews, Streaming Box Now, World of Rojas, coming soon and coming soon, coming soon. Hint, hint. There's a lot of stuff coming soon. But just want to say really appreciate you. Thank you, Next Level, for having me. It's always awesome and a blessing. And it's great to see all you guys come out here and listen to us with our shenanigans. And yeah, we try to bring you guys as much knowledge as possible. We try to learn as much as we can. We learn from each other. We learn from you. We do a lot of research. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the next show. And yeah, as always, I say, you guys take care of each other. And we'll be back soon.
So I'm going to say my piece, guys. It's crazy. New member just joined the channel. We have Jazzy. Thank you. Enough love and respect for being a member. Like I said, join as a member if you think about donating, because you'll get a lot more stuff. So Jazzy, go through the community tab. You'll see a whole bunch of stuff being a member now that you didn't see as a regular subscriber before on the channel. Some stuff that was released beforehand. I mean, there's some new videos that have come out now that have kind of been out to the public now, but there's a bunch of behind the scenes, some really silly stuff with me and Rojas that are on there as well. So you'll really, really enjoy that. Again, respect, Rojas. Thanks for coming on my channel. Thanks for working, honestly, so hard with me the past 2 months, and all the stuff that we have going on in the background, all the stuff that we have created, and just helping me take what I do to the next level. Honestly, I think we both work really well together. It's been a blast the past month and a half. So just thank you. Thank everybody for coming out to these live shows. I'm going to ask a quick question. Everybody come back in about 5 to 10 minutes and give me something that you either learned from this live stream or from a live stream that you've seen from me in the last month. Just give me anything. I don't care what it is. Even if it's you learned to be humble, I don't care. Just come back. Tell me something that you learned while watching these shows, while experiencing these shows, and the content that's been coming out. All right, guys, this has been Mark from Next Level Tech, telling you guys to keep being patient, stay humble, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace out, guys.